Back to the beginning for the Transformers, back to the USSR for the space race, and a major retcon for Doctor Who. It's been a retrospective week in sci-fi. A first look at the Transformers origin story. For All Mankind gets a new season and a spin-off. And the Timeless Child retcon survives new showrunner. Welcome to Ion Sci-Fi, I'm Raymond Bedora. The Transformers are returning with a CG animated origin story. Transformers 1 goes back to the days when the leaders of the Autobot and Decepticon factions were humble workerbots and best buddies. Back then, Prime was known as Orion Pax and Megatron as D16, and neither had the power to transform themselves. When they journey to the surface of home planet Cybertron with friends, they discover an ancient relic that gives them the power to transform into their vehicle and weapon forms. They also encounter a mysterious plant-like villain and have to learn how to use their new powers in order to save Cybertron. Chris Hemsworth and Brian Tyree Henry voice the leads, joined by Scarlett Johansson as Alita and Keegan-Michael Key as Bumblebee. Pixar veteran Josh Cooley is directing. Transformers 1 is expected in cinemas September 20. Apple has confirmed there will be a 5th season of alt-reality series for All Mankind, as well as a new spin-off series. Like previous seasons, it's expected there will be a jump in the timeline of up to a decade, which may present challenges for some of the characters who were already well advanced in years as space adventurers go. Promotional images suggest the story will continue to follow the Mars-based mining operation, which saw quite a twist in Season 4's final episode. The spin-off series will be called Star City and returns to the beginning of the timeline before the first lunar landing, but following events from the perspective of the Soviets. There's no confirmed release date for either series yet, but without the disruption of strikes in Hollywood, the wait for Season 5 is expected to be shorter than the 16-month wait for Season 4. Speculation has been swirling as to what Doctor Who fans can expect in the upcoming season. Ncuti Gat was first as the Doctor, and the first with Russell T Davies back at the helm. Of particular interest is whether Davies will ignore predecessor Chris Chibnall's now infamous retcon in The Timeless Children, that revealed the Doctor is not a Time Lord after all, and has a hidden past going back long before William Hartnell's original. In a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly, Davies confirmed that he's not only running with that retcon, but that companion Ruby Sunday will be central to that storyline through the next season. Which is a little awkward for us. Production has already begun on the next season, and when a new companion, played by Andor's Farada Sethu, was spotted on set, we passed on reports that Ruby had been booted off the TARDIS. That was wrong. In fact, the Doctor will have 2 companions in the following season. A reminder to avoid reporting speculation. Doctor Who Season 1, or 14 in the old timeline, hits Australia on Disney Plus May 10. It's been a mixed week for Star Trek fans as the fate of current series was announced. The good news is that Strange New Worlds will be getting a 4th season. Production on Season 3 is already underway and is expected to hit screens early 2025. Bad news is that animated series Lower Decks will end after its 5th season, due later this year. 5 seasons seems to be the limit for the latest incarnations, although traditionally a successful Star Trek series would run for 7 seasons. Back then, a season would also stretch to over 20 episodes, rather than the 10 we get these days. Current EP Alex Kurtzman said in a recent interview, this reflects the new reality of streaming, but has the advantage of avoiding filler episodes dropped into a season just to make up the numbers. And also much bigger budgets. And that was the week in sci-fi. For more news throughout the week, go to ionsci-fi.com.